I just got back from Val D'Isere in the French Alps, and I'm so excited to tell you all about it. But before we get started, consider subscribing below if you want some more videos like this, and you can always find more information on my website at plaintochampagne.com. So like I said, I was in Val D'Isere, which is a ski resort in the French Alps right on the border of Italy. It is one of the most expensive ones in the French Alps for sure, so if you're looking to save a couple bucks, I'd maybe pick a different one. But if you're looking for a beautiful, beautiful time and money is no object, then absolutely go to Val D'Isere. I personally went with the family that I babysit for, so the father of the family was able to drive his car. But if you're just going to the French Alps in general, there are a few different ways you can get there. The two closest airports to Val D'Isere are Geneva in Switzerland and Lyon. Another option is taking the train in to Bourg Saint-Maurice, which was at the bottom of the mountains. So the great thing about Val D'Isere is the buses inside the town are actually free. They're free to anyone, which I think is great, keeps people off the road. As far as accommodation, I stayed at the Club Med. The great thing about this hotel was that it was all inclusive. So the food, the drinks, the skiing, etc., it was all included in that one price. So while it might have been a little more expensive, you did get a good amount of things for that amount of money. There was also a nice area where you could sit. They had a bunch of different comfy chairs and couches and things like that, so you could always hang out in the lobby area. There was one bar and one big restaurant. So like I said, everything is covered in that price, and that includes all of the skiing. It was my very first time skiing since I was like a little kid, so I was in the very lowest of levels of the ski classes. It was 5 days long. You would go out for a couple hours in the morning and a couple hours in the afternoon. They had this for all of the different levels. My ski instructor was absolutely fantastic, so I would recommend that 100%. Your skis, your pole, your helmet, your shoes, all those things that you need, you can get through Club Med right there. They're really helpful. So let me tell you a little bit about my skiing endeavors. So the first day, it was absolutely cold, freezing, snowing sideways, and I was miserable. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to be here for a week. I felt absolutely awful. You can kind of hear it now. I'm still a little bit sick. And I also think I had altitude sickness, so this is something you should really take seriously. Drink as much water as you possibly can, and maybe lay off on the alcohol for the first couple days while your body's getting used to it. But I woke up the next day feeling a lot better, and the skiing got better from there. We went to a few different skiing areas for beginners, just right on like the ground level, the town level. That's where we practiced just like the absolute basics. We went up another level, so we took a bubble lift up is what they call it. So it's not one of those ski lifts where you sit, but it's literally like in a bubble, like you're in a little egg. At the top, they had an area for kids, basically. It was a bunny hill. And then on the other side, there was a green slope. It wasn't the full length of a green. The nice thing about both the kids area and this is it had a moving carpet. So it was a little tube, and then you'd walk up and you'd put your skis on it, and it would, take you up to the top, and you would just stand and it would move like a little treadmill. I think the area was called Soleil's. Also, there was a little bar that we went to, a drink to celebrate us, improving. And it was beautiful. It overlooked a lake right there. So that was absolutely gorgeous. And if you're up in that area, I would definitely recommend that. Once we got a little more advanced from the top of the Soleil's area, there was another regular chair ski lift, and then at the top of that there was a full green hill that we would practice going down. If you're a more advanced skier, there are great slopes apparently. They hold the World Cup for skiing every year at the beginning of the season in Val D'Isere, so they definitely have some advanced slopes for you there too. All in all, they have a lot of different variety, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And just because you're not an expert skier doesn't mean you can't take advantage of some of the fun things that Val D'Isere has to offer. Like, for example, La Folie Douce. It's like a restaurant club kind of thing. It's really cool. If you're more advanced, you can ski to it. I just took the bus down. You take it toward La Daille all the way to the end, and then you take a different bubble lift up to the top. Right at the top is the restaurant, and it's really fun. They have performers there who are singing. I actually went by myself, and I had such a great time. I met some people who were from Belgium, and they kind of took me under their wing, and we danced on the tables. We also had beautiful weather when I was there. It was sunny after that first day, So of course that makes everything a whole lot better when it's sunny. Now let's talk a little bit about food, because I live to eat. I don't eat to live, I live to eat. Like I said, Club Med, they had a huge buffet every night. And I mean like huge. Like I've never seen a buffet this big in my whole entire life. And they had it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they had this made to order thing every night. And then they also had, you know, a chicken, a fish, meat. They always had burgers and pasta and literally everything you can imagine, and a dessert bar that was absolutely insaneness. And then I also did have a chance as well to go to a couple places in town. We went to one place in Tignes. That's the town that's just below Val D'Isere on the mountain. It was definitely a little more upscale, had a lot of different seafood options, definitely a little bit more modern. Another place we went to right in Val D'Isere, we got fondue, which, I mean, melted cheese. Come on, people. How could you get better than that? So that was also really delicious. And I will link both of those restaurants below in the show notes. So all in all, what did I think of Val D'Isere? I thought it was absolutely breathtakingly gorgeous, like I've said this whole video. As far as skiing, for me, it's never going to be my thing. As far as expensive hobbies, expensive sports go, I'm going to stick to ones that keep me in the sun, you know, like golf, like, sorry. The fact that I got to learn to ski in the French Alps is amazing. And it's an experience that I will never forget and I will never take for granted. And I'm just happy that I'm here, really, truly. If you have any questions about my trip, please, please, please comment on my latest Instagram at Plain to Champagne. I will tell you anything you want to know, anything that I missed, just let me know. I'd be happy to help out. Again, you can find more information, like all of the locations that I went to, on my website at plaintochampagne.com. And if you like this video, please do subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Cheers.